Today's video is sponsored by ExpressVPN, one-click protection for all your devices. Securing yourself couldn't be easier. Visit expressvpn.com/inside. Marvel Midnight Suns is a new tactical RPG that was announced with a cinematic trailer last week during Gamescom, and is being developed by Firaxis, who's known for their work on Civilization and XCOM. Now, it's likely that last week's trailer left you with a lot more questions than answers, like who or what are the Midnight Suns? Blade is awesome, but why is he here? How does a tactics game featuring characters like Iron Man, Wolverine, Doctor Strange, Ghost Rider, and Captain Marvel even work? And why should I care about any of this? Well, this week, some of those questions were answered during an IGN exclusive Midnight Suns livestream, which unveiled 2 new trailers that set up the world and walk through a good chunk of features in the game. But before we get into all that, let's jump into a little bit of comic book history. The origins of the Midnight Suns, as you might have guessed, stems from a team-up in an old comic book arc. Back in 1992, issue number 28 of Ghost Rider kicked off a 6-part crossover event called Rise of the Midnight Suns. In short, Danny Ketch, also known as Ghost Rider, has a near-death experience, upon which he has a demonic vision of Lilith, mother of demons, and gets the impression she is about to be released from an ancient prison and run amok with her brood called the Lilin, which obviously is very bad. From there, Danny Ketch, at this time the new Ghost Rider, teams up with Johnny Blaze, the original Ghost Rider, and during their efforts to stop Lilin, they come across other heroes familiar to Marvel's supernatural underworld, including Blade and Doctor Strange. Eventually, Lilin escapes, Marvel gives the Midnight Suns the imprint treatment, and there are a few arcs with revolving characters that swap in and out for a time before the Midnight Suns eventually fizzles out by about 1995, but new iterations of the team do make appearances in Marvel Zombies in 2008 and 2009. As for the new Firaxis game, it looks like Lilith is back courtesy of Hydra, and the Midnight Suns have been reassembled to deal with her. One twist here, and a Marvel first for a video game, is that you will play as an original and customizable character called the Hunter, who is the only one known to have ever defeated Lilith. Apparently, Lilith plans to awaken an old god named Cthon, who's intent on ending the world, so the Midnight Suns have awoken you to help unite them and stop the impending doom. Your character also happens to be one of her Forsaken children, but I'm sure the game will get more into that as you progress through the story. One of the new trailers in Midnight Suns describes combat in the game as a cinematic tactical affair that rewards clever thinking with superhero flair. You will get to control 3 heroes at a time, and this is where things start to differ from a more traditional game like XCOM. Instead of drop-down submenus with lists of abilities and actions, you use a randomized hand of cards unique to each hero to use powers and special moves. The cards are selected randomly before each battle, and after watching some gameplay, it seems like there could be some really cool synergy based on what characters are in your party. As for your character, the Hunter, you can channel light abilities, which are support and healing oriented, or you can build towards dark powers, which are more destructive, but can incur a cost on you and your party. The new gameplay trailer also shows off how different elements in the environment can be used to deal more damage by slamming enemies into a wall or throwing them off a building. What's also exciting is the Midnight Suns base of operations, referred to as the Abbey, acts as kind of a hub for delivering narrative and character development, but according to the walkthrough trailer, it also offers hours of exploration, side quests, and relationship building opportunities with other members of your team. Building up those relationships will grant you new abilities, and you can also upgrade the ones you already have after collecting enough resources. Of course, the presence of a card system and customizable cosmetics had a few fans dreading the inclusion of microtransactions, but Firaxis has already responded, saying there are no loot boxes in Midnight Suns, and the only in-game purchases are for skins, which are cosmetic only. Admittedly, a card-based tactics game seems like a weird fit for Earth's mightiest heroes, some of their weird friends, and a runaway, but since Firaxis and the team responsible for modernizing XCOM is behind it, we are certainly eager to give Midnight Suns a shot when it comes out in March next year. But what do you think? Are you excited for Midnight Suns? What characters would you like to see added to the demon slaying roster? Let us know in the comments, like, subscribe, and thanks for watching.